Tonight, on this edition of Newswatch 18, flu season is back. Stay tuned to find out how to avoid it this season.
Stephen Colbert is heading back to the Report full-time in New York City and not heading to Florida. Stay tuned for more.
Tonight, President Obama will deliver his State of the Union address, and stay tuned to find out what's going on after the speech. All this and more, tonight on Newswatch 18. Good evening, and welcome to the January 24th edition of Newswatch 18. I'm David Geiger.
And I'm Jane Morrison.
In tonight's top story, the flu season has returned to Iowa. The Department of Public Health has released information on 3 strains of the flu recently circulating around the state. Influenza is among the top 10 causes of death in Iowa, and as January and February are the peak months for this virus, students and faculty are urged to get a vaccine. The year's vaccine covers all 3 strains of the virus and is recommended for everyone over the age of 6 months. Visit your local clinic or the Teelan Student Health Center for more information on the vaccine.
Have you thought about leaving Iowa to study your profession of choice? The Study Abroad Fair will be in the Great Hall this Thursday. The event will allow students to contact many different people from around the world and give students a chance to ask questions about international education. Students can also register to win a door prize just by visiting the Great Hall this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Some good news for graduating seniors this semester. The Iowa Workforce Development reports that Iowa unemployment rate has reached a low 5.6%. This is a vast improvement from the 6.1% back in the December of 2010. Iowa remains significantly underneath the national unemployment rate of 8.5%. The Iowa Workforce Development shows that there has been large increases in the job markets of manufacturing, trade, and the education and health sectors.
ISU's head of the Center for Women in Politics, Diane Bystrom, has found that the ads we remember most are the ones we dislike or find negative. Her research found that for the South Carolina primary campaign, pro-Gingrich committees spent $4 million on TV ads targeting Mitt Romney. The primary outcome had 40% of voters supporting Gingrich, while only 28% supported Romney. The full effect of the ads on the outcome of the vote is unknown, as Gingrich also had 2 strong debates before the ballots were cast.
The founders of file-sharing site Mega Upload, Kim.com, was denied bail and will remain in custody until his extradition hearing on February 22nd. The charges are part of one of the U.S. government's largest anti-piracy crackdowns yet. After charges were filed, hacker group Anonymous allegedly took down the websites of the U.S. Department of Justice, Universal Music, and the Motion Picture Association of America.
Comedian Stephen Colbert announced an end to his bid for the White House yesterday. Colbert tried to get his name on the South Carolina ballot in time for the January 21st primary, but missed the November filing deadline. South Carolina does not allow write-in votes. The comedian suggested voters nominate Herman Cain in his place. Cain finished in South Carolina with less than 2% of the vote. Colbert will also shut down the Presidential Exploratory Committee he started nearly 2 weeks ago.
In his last State of the Union address before the 2012 election, President Obama will propose a tax reform and clean energy incentives. Obama's address will focus on 3 main pillars: American manufacturing, American energy, and American innovation. The president is also expected to discuss insourcing, or bringing jobs back from the overseas. Tomorrow, President will begin a 3-day trip to projected battleground states in the next election, focusing on one of his address's 3-day pillars each day. You can watch the State of the Union live on cable and major news networks after Newswatch 18.
Arizona Representative Gabrielle Giffords announced early Sunday she would resign from Congress this week, but not before finishing the Congress on Your Corner event interrupted by a rampage that left 6 people dead just over a year ago. Giffords will submit a letter of resignation during the week to House Speaker John Boehner and Arizona Governor Jan Brewer. Brewer expects to call a primary election sometime in April for Giffords' seat. The general election will likely come in June, and the winner will head to Congress for the rest of Giffords' term, which ends in January 2013. Giffords will attend the State of the Union tonight.
Well, Matt, what kind of news do we have in the wide worlds of sports tonight?
Well, David, we got plenty of basketball and football news coming up after the break. Keep it tuned to Newswatch 18. Welcome back to Newswatch 18. I'm Matt Bureau with your Cyclone Sports Update. Tyrus McGee of the Cyclones men's basketball team was named Big 12 Rookie of the Week on Monday morning. The junior guard from Stringtown, Oklahoma had a stellar week, averaging 18.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, while shooting 11 of 20 from beyond the three-point line. McGee set career highs in the Cyclone victory over Texas Tech on Saturday, January 21st, scoring 20 points and draining 6 three-pointers. He's the fourth member of the Cyclone squad to earn this honor this season. The Cyclone men look for their fifth Big 12 win as they face the Texas Longhorns tonight. Iowa State has not won at Texas since 2005, but that's not to say that history can't be rewritten tonight. Up until a 74-50 victory at Texas A&M on January 7th, the Cyclone squad had lost 13 consecutive Big 12 conference games in the state of Texas, and the team hasn't looked back since, defeating Texas Tech 76-52 on Saturday. Iowa State beat Texas 77-71 in Ames January 4th. Iowa State football recruiting took a hit on Monday as the Cyclones lost their third commitment stemming from the weekend. Cedar Falls High School running back Barkley Hill backed out on his commitment to be a part of the 2012 Cyclone recruiting class on Monday to join the school's arch-rival Iowa Hawkeyes. The 6-foot, 190-pounder rushed for nearly 2,500 yards with 40 touchdowns during the 2011 season. Blinn Community College defensive end Ishmael Hayes and linebacker Eddie Porter decommitted from Iowa State and made pledges to Arkansas State over the weekend. In other football recruiting news, the son of former Major League Baseball star Ken Griffey Jr., Trey Griffey, committed to play for the Arizona Wildcats Tuesday morning. The three-star wide receiver recruit had received scholarship offers from 12 other schools, including Arizona State, Michigan State, and the Cyclones. Griffey is thrown into the spotlight after a breakout senior season in 2011 and an impressive showing during the week-long practices for the Under Armour All-American game. That's all I've got for sports. Let's throw it over to the weather desk for a weather update with Sam.
Hey, thanks, Matt. Well, we've got quite a nice bit of weather coming your way, at least these next couple days, but then we start to remember it's January and those temps fall down. So stay tuned for that and more. This is Newswatch 18. Welcome back, everybody. I'm meteorologist Sam Trey, bringing you your segment of Iowa weather for Newswatch. So let's jump right into the forecast. Right now, Ames is sitting at 25 degrees, so it's a little cooler, obviously, but it's not too bad. We've got this nice blanket of clouds kind of acting like, again, a blanket, keeping those temps down and staying close to the surface, about 20-25, and that's going to fall to around 20 as we head into the night. Now this map's a little crooked, so I'll try to adjust to that for you. 21 in Storm Lake, kind of cloudy all across the state, which is again helping keep those temperatures from falling too low. It's kind of acting to trap that heat back down. Ames is sitting at 21 degrees, 18 up in Waterloo, kind of colder off to the eastern part of the state. And as we take a look again here, 15 to 18 degrees, got cold air slowly pulling in from that part of the state, but the rest of the state sitting in the 20s, and again slowly starting to fall just a little bit lower. Those clouds we are having a little colder, but again, those clouds are keeping those temperatures from leveling off too horribly cold. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what's going to happen on tonight anyway. So tonight we got, this isn't quite right. We don't have any precipitation expected. This should just be a cloud, little graphical error here. But cool, quiet tonight. Just not too intense temperatures coming our way. 20 degrees. It's not too cold for January. It could be worse with a very light wind heading our way for this night. And then tomorrow's forecast, again, not too bad either, with much of a warm-up. As you can see, we're going to be at mostly cloudy tomorrow, a little bit of sun peeking through that kind of cloud belt we've got setting up for tomorrow. More melting is in store as we've got temperatures above freezing again. 36 tomorrow for our temperature, which again is really nice for this time of year. Our averages should be below 32 obviously for freezing. So when we get up to these 36 degrees and things start to melt off again, it is really nice with our winds 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the southeast. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our extended forecast. Chance of snow on Friday, as you guys can see here, with 35 degrees. As we start to head into the weekend, those temps start to drop off, with Saturday our temps climbing to 28 and then Sunday declining all the way to 26. Our lows gradually getting colder as we head into the weekend, with Saturday being a gusty day. So that's a look at our forecast. Matt, back to you.
The Student Union Board is bringing comedian Nick Offerman to Stevens Auditorium next Thursday, February 2nd at 8 p.m., and ISU TV has 4 sets of tickets to the show. We're giving them out to students who give us the best slogan to replace our current one, which is Turn Us On. To enter the contest, like our Facebook page or follow our Twitter feed and submit your slogan as a wall post or tweet. The last day to submit the slogan is next Tuesday, January 31st. Even if you don't win the contest, you can still buy tickets from Stevens Auditorium box office. And that's all we have for tonight's edition of Newswatch 18. Thank you for joining us.
Tune in tomorrow night at 8 for more news, weather, and sports. Have a good night.